Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with another palette bingo. Palette bingo, get ready with me. I wanted to make a palette bingo with all of the palettes that I have not used yet. So I posted a couple of days ago, I think it was like 2 or 3 days ago. I posted a video with every palette that I have not touched in 2024 yet. And I still have them next to me right here. I'm actually filming it on the same day. And I thought I would share with you a palette bingo with those, which is why I don't have any makeup on. I filmed that in the morning and it's now lunchtime, so I'm filming this on my lunch break at work. I'm going to redo my makeup with these palettes. So I'm excited. I have no idea what I'm going to kind of get. I have put all of these eyeshadows into a Tiny Decisions, and I'm going to go ahead and randomize, I think 5 shades. That's usually what I do, but we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to jump straight into the randomization, but before I do so, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you in the family. Let's jump into the video. Alright, so again, I have my Tiny Decisions right here, so I'm just going to go ahead and randomize. We'll see what I get. I have every individual shade put in, so I don't have to randomize like afterwards. So we got Ocean from Beauty Bay Wilderness. I don't know what that is. Should I swatch them out? I'm going to randomize 5, then get them, swatch them out, and look at the color story. But I feel like this would be a blue. Let's see what the second shade is going to be. We have Firefly from Kaleidos Club Nebula. That is a green. I know that's like a shimmery green. We have the third shade. Which is Slate from Anastasia's Sultry palette, which is a silver. Oh, sorry, not a silver. It's a gray. Okay, very interesting. So that is the third. We have God Jul from the Odin's Eye Snow Dream. So this is a Swedish word, by the way. God Jul means Merry Christmas in Swedish. So yeah, I'm gonna get that. That is the 4th shade, I believe, right? Yes, so that's the 4th shade. We're gonna go ahead and pick the 5th shade, and we'll see what that is, and then I'm gonna swatch out and start off with that. We'll see if I randomize anything else afterwards. We have Define from Charlotte Tilbury Filthy Quad. Okay, let me go and get those 5 shades. I'm gonna swatch them out in my hand again, and we'll make a decision at that point whether I want to randomize more or stick with these. Alright, so I'm back and I swatched out all of my shades and I am extremely happy. This is the color story right here. Yes, you do have these warm tones and the cool tones, which, you know, might not necessarily go perfectly together, but I have a vision and I'm very excited about it. We have, we have this one here, which is Ocean from Beauty Bay Wilderness. We have Firefly from Kaleidos Club Nebula. We have Slate from the Anastasia Sultry palette. We have God Jul from the Odin's Eye Snow Dream palette. And then lastly, we have Define from the Charlotte Tilbury Quad. So I'm really happy. I'm going to go ahead and start with the look. And again, I do have a vision, so I think I know what I'm going to do. But again, we're just going to see. I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyes and then zoom in, and I will start with the eye look. So, all right. Like I said, I have a vision. I'm going to do this one all over the lid, this one on my inner corner. I'm going to use this one to blend like that blue out, and then I want to do like a warmer crease. We'll see how that turns out. I have no idea how all this shit's going to wet blend together, but I feel like they do kind of go together. So I'm just going to go ahead and start with the look, and I'm going to start off with a gray in my crease. And for that, I'm using like a dense blending brush. It looks dirty, but I promise you it's clean. It's just a little bit stained. So I'm going to take Slate, and I'm going to go ahead and start putting that into my kind of direct crease. So it doesn't have to be the most blended ever. I just kind of want to build that up again in the crease to get a good pigment for the base of, like, to blend between the blue, I guess, and the browns. So we have something like that. It does look a little bit crazy right now, but I'm happy with what this one stands now. So once that's done, I'm going to continue on with the crease shades. I'm going to take the Charlotte Tilbury shade next in Define, which is funny because this one is like the deepest shade in that palette. Maybe I should have used a more specific brush. Actually, that works. So I'm going to go ahead and start like blending that gray out. Something like that. Doesn't have to be perfect for now. This is kind of like just the transition shade. And I'm going to go in with that deeper brown in between as well. But I'm just going to kind of start that blend between the light, or sorry, the cool tone and the warm tone. So as you can see, these are blending decently together. They're not perfect because obviously they are like a brown and a gray, but I'm happy with like how these are looking. And when I'm done with that, I'm going to go in with the shade Gul Jul on like a more detailed brush. And I'm going to go ahead and kind of carefully place that in between those two shades to help a little bit more with the fade. And because that is a little bit deeper, I feel like it blends nicer with that gray shade. And it just creates that kind of effect between the gray and the lighter transition shade. So I'm really, really happy with that. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with that transition shade again and just kind of continue blending now when I have that fade better down. So I'm happy with that blend. So next thing I'm going to do is go in with a shimmer shade. And again, this comes from the Beautiful Wilderness palette, and I'm going in with Ocean right there. And I'm going to pack this all over my lid. Hopefully that kind of gray shade is deep enough that it's going to not like stick out too much, and I feel like it's going to be a good blend again up to those warmer tone shades. But yeah, that's an absolutely beautiful shade. I really like how that one looks. It just is such a beautiful blue. I don't go for deep blues like this very often, but this one is just such a pretty one. So once I have that done on both eyes, I'm actually just going to go in with a tiny bit more on my finger just to pack it on in the very center of my lid. I feel like this eye isn't as deep with the gray as the other one, so I'm just going to go in a little bit with the gray in that outer corner. Kind of help that blend a little bit. And there we have the top lid done. I know it looks a little bit messy right now, but I definitely think it's going to come together once everything is done. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go off camera for a little bit. I'm going to do the rest of my makeup. And then I'm going to come back to do the low lash line and in the corner. So I'm back and I've done the rest of my makeup. I did my base, I did everything basically. I just have the low lash line and the in the corner left to do. So I'm going to start with the lower lash line, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the two brown shades. I think I'm going to start with this one and blend it out with this one just underneath my eyes. So I'm taking a tiny bit of that Gul Jul shade, and sorry if I'm holding my mirror up, and I'm going to put that just on the very outer corner just for a little bit of definition. I'm not going to go too low with this one because I'm putting on the other shade too. And then for the other shade, I'm taking a slightly more kind of blendy brush. It's still quite pointed, but I'm just going to go ahead and again put that kind of on my outer corner, but take this one a little bit further in just to blend everything out. And we have something like that. I really like how that's looking. The last shade to use is the shade Firefly, which is in that top corner right there. I'm going to go ahead and take that on my kind of inner corner brush. It's just like a pointed brush. And I haven't tried this one on my corner, but I think it should be fine. I don't think it's going to be too deep. I'm just going to put that again on my inner corner and then also up on the lid a tiny, tiny bit. I'm also just going to take a tiny bit of like a blending out shade. And just blend out this inner part right here because I feel like that's a little bit too dark on both sides. Just to brighten everything up a little bit. And there you have it, you guys. That is the finished look with this color story right here. I'm really, really happy with how this one is looking, how the look turned out, and I'm really happy with this randomization. I think it worked out really, really well. So again, this is the final look, just an overview. But let me zoom you out. So again, there we have it. That is the look. I'm so happy with the color story that I rolled and also the look that I made. I don't go for blues very often, but I do really like how this one turned out. It's like more of a kind of blue with a slight purpliness to it. It's really, really pretty, and I feel like even though I rolled some warm tones with it, I made it work quite well. So yeah, I'm really happy with this one. Let me know what you think of palette bingos. I personally have been loving doing them recently. I know a lot of people said before they want more Get Ready With Me, things like that, and this kind of concept is really fun because I get to get out of my comfort zone and use things in a way that I might not have done otherwise. But I'm going to wrap up the video here. I hope you guys are having an amazing day wherever you are, and I will catch you in my next one. Bye guys!